Now, this is probably about the 150th or 160th talk that we've had at Ignite, and I think it's the first talk that is directly about sex. Yeah. Thought that would get your attention. Unfortunately, the talk is about bad sex. Yeah. Oh. Our next presenter, Susanna Freymark, is going to tell us how bad sex taught her to be more human. Please welcome Susanna Freymark.
Thank you. Just having a whiskey over on the side there. The best way to understand the heart is to break it. This was the premise for the 1964 Harlow experiments, where baby monkeys were used to test our instinctive need to cling to another body. There was a year in my life when my own heart was broken and I fell down. It's difficult to tell you how far I fell or how much I loved the right man at the wrong time. My story is not about that love or how it changed every cell in my body. It is a story of how I mistook grief for punishment. How I turned to men with online names like Make Me Come or Horny For You. It wasn't funny to escape the sorrow of that love. I think he's out there. The men I met in sex chat rooms bragged about how they would make me scream and beg for more. At first I was flattered by their attention, but a few hours in, the conversations became repetitive, brutal and uncaring. They were about physical relief, all about coming as fast as possible. An online conversation with red hot lover would go something like this. Hello, I'd type. Are you hot? He'd type back. I'm tired, I type back. Where do you live? Do you want to meet and fuck? Well, what are you wearing? Red hot lover types. I look down at my pink dressing gown and fluffy slippers. Black bra, suspender belt, no undies, I type. It's all he needs. He comes and wants to do the same thing the next night. And so it began. I didn't make smart choices in my year of bad sex. I met men I didn't know in anonymous hotel rooms. I risked my safety and dumped my clothes and my pride at the door and had meaningless sex with the men I hooked up with on these dating sites. And I deliberately chose the bad ones. I thought these men could punish me and make me forget what I had lost. There was the businessman who said I'd given him the second best blowjob in his life. Second. There was the man who showed me photos of his ex-wife and wanted to talk about how to get back with her. Loaded and ready to shoot, looked hurt when I wanted to leave after he'd poked me and rolled on his back and snored for an hour. It was a strange world I inhabited with glimpses of humanity. But I didn't want humanity. Humanity meant I had to feel something. So I sought more men who had crueler, nastier names, and I typed back the rudest, meanest words I could find right back at them. But my escape plan didn't work. It was grim, it was desperate, and no one knew. It was my secret life. On the outside, I was confident, positive. My family, friends, and small-town community knew nothing about my dangerous online world. Yet, it was at my lowest point that I learnt the most about myself, when I thought I had nothing left to lose. We can own our story, or we can run away from it. I wrote about my lost dreams, my fears, and the sad ways I punished myself. And it was from the words of other writers that I learnt about vulnerability. It was Virginia Woolf who said, "If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people." A turning point came at a suburban backyard sex party called Heaven on Earth. There was a man in a nappy. True. A woman with a black whip. There was a man who wanted women in stiletto heels to walk across his back. There was a woman who rode a mechanical bull with a large penis attached to it. Then, when a bell tinkled, the crowd gathered between the trampoline and sandpit to watch a woman urinate on a man's face. Somehow, in between the prawn sticks and bowls of coleslaw and the trestle table, I felt freed by these fetishes. These people had no shame or judgment about what they were into. I'm not proud to stand here and say I had bad sex with lots of men, but who I am today is because of that experience. The very shape of me has changed. In my darkness and shame, I found a way to say enough is enough. I had to hit rock bottom to rise up and be a person in my own right without the man I loved and without being so hard on myself. It was researcher and writer Brené Brown in her wisdom who said, "The two most powerful words when we are in struggle are me too." You've got to work hard for a happy ending and make your own fireworks. They don't just happen. It requires a lot of effort. Do what it takes to fill your heart and connect with someone you love. Light their spark and ignite your own. Be brave enough to be honest. Be open about your doubts and fears. We have to embrace our fragilities and our need for each other. It is, after all, what makes us so human. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Susanna Freymark. Possibly the most courageous Ignite talk we've had so far, I think. So thank you very much to Susanna. Yeah.